When it comes to our vehicles, there are plenty of things that are mysteries to us. And for the most part, they'll remain a mystery. How things work, what that part's called. But there are some things that will present serious issues, ones you'll notice right away, and ones that might actually be a little easier to deal with than you think. And in those cases, the best thing to do might be to learn about them, to know a little bit more about your vehicle rather than just sending it into the mechanic. The other benefit, not just education, but saving money. Now that I've got your attention, let's talk about what to do in the case of a very different, less complicated part than the one you just looked at. Recognize this? It's a replacement radiator. In your case, it might be a totally new one you need to install. Here's what to do from the very first step. First, gathering all those needed supplies: a new radiator, coolant, socket set, the relevant pliers, screwdrivers, hose clamps, and a drain pan. Then, again, always putting safety first, work in a well-ventilated area where personal protective equipment, and allow the engine to cool completely before you start working on the car. Then you want to locate the radiator drain plug at the bottom of the rad and place a drain pan underneath. Remove the radiator cap to help the coolant drain more quickly. You can loosen the drain plug and allow the coolant to drain out completely before you remove the upper and lower rad hoses by loosening the hose clamps with pliers. Then what you'll want to do is disconnect the transmission lines, that's if your car has an automatic transmission, by using a wrench to remove the fittings. From there, remove the fan shroud by unscrewing the bolts or clips that hold it into place. Next, you'll loosen the bolts or screws that hold the radiator in place and carefully remove it from the car. Now you're on to placing the new one into the car and securing it with the bolts or screws that should be provided with a new one. If the old one failed and all the screws and bolts are still in a good condition, you can feel free to reuse them, but inspect them carefully to make sure they haven't sustained any damage or aren't overly worn. Now you'll want to reattach the fan shroud. From there, reconnect the upper and lower radiator hoses by sliding them onto the fittings and tightening the hose clamps around. Now, reconnect the transmission lines, again if your car's auto, by using a wrench to tighten the fittings. Here, you can refill the radiator with the appropriate type of coolant. Do your research, make sure to use the right one according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Then start the engine and let it run until it reaches operating temperature. Check for any leaks, other issues, things that don't sound right, burning, smoke, etc. Check the coolant level, add more as needed, and then finally take it easy and test drive the vehicle to test out your work. And if you've done it, well, congratulations.